What is African art?
Africa has an embarrassment of rock art riches. Let us take a quick journey across the mother continent to explore these traditions and reconnect with the lands of our oldest ancestors and the place where art began. Far to the south, beyond the great Zambezi River, is the land of the oldest known of all the first peoples, the San or Bushmen. This is the place where it seems art began.
These cave paintings depict the trances the shamans of the San tribe went through in order to get to the spirit world. These paintings represent their connection to the spirit world. The San wanted to achieve a deeper understanding of life. During this ritual, they would sometimes die and so cross over into the spirit world. When the shaman would cross over, they would cure the sick by defeating the evil spirits. Traditional art. These Congolese woven cushion covers were signs of wealth and power. They were admired because they consisted of different geometric patterns that took several days to make. The ivory tusk is carved into with precision. This tusk was a symbol of storytelling. It depicts different stories of slavery, suffering, and everyday life in the Belgian perspective. The use of iron is shown with this crucifix. This crucifix represents the Christian religion effect on the colonized people of the Congo. The Nziki mangaka were figures made to ward off evil. Though they were popular before this, the Nziki were made bigger after the colonizers came to Africa and did not leave. The Nziki mangaka were made especially to push the colonizers out of their lands, their belly buttons full of spices and shells. Many nails were protruded into the figures as a sign of having resolved issues. Post-colonial art. The man in the hammer shows a misrepresentation of the Congolese people during the colonial time. Another piece of post-colonial art is
striking and often brutal images. It's a unique collection of paintings by 5 Congolese artists working in the 1970s. They depict the reality of life around the colonial period in Lubumbashi, a mining town in the Democratic Republic of Congo, known then as Zaire. The exhibition, 53 Echoes of Zaire, chronicles the social and political history of the region through popular painting and a genre called Colonie Belge.
The rules of the genres are that it usually depicts a prisoner being tortured by another African man, which is also an important detail, and while a Belgian colon is watching from the far or giving orders, usually very well dressed as well.
It was not for tourists, but art.
The Yoruba people of Nigeria are known for the highest rate of twins in the world. The area jiva is made for the deceased. The mother is to dress it and carry it around as if it were the twin that lived. Contemporary art. Tamar Douglas is a Nigerian sculptor whose medium is steel.
And I can relate to it.
African art and ritual go together. Though Sakari Douglas Camp lives in London, there's the powerful tug of her cultural past. But there's also another, more silken thread, the memory of her father.
I started working in metal because my father passed away in 1984. And we make ceremonial beds for people that pass away. And they're decorated by specialists who put all kinds of fabrics in different patterns. They make wave patterns on the bed. And we have a wake keeping for the deceased. And it's like that last honor that you can give someone that's passed away. And I wanted to honor my father in the same way.
So Kari's gift is her special way of seeing. She was the first Kalabari woman to become a sculptor. Her sculpting expands tradition.
I just wanted to think about him, and I spent about 2 months, 2.5, 3 months making this structure that was a 4-poster bed, but made in steel. And that was the first bit of major welding that I ever did. Although the structure's very grand, just having a little motion with a handkerchief, and so many people use handkerchiefs for wiping away tears or just for sweat. I just felt that thing of having it move near you was essential.
Ifeoma Naji is a Nigerian sculptor who uses threading and moving to create her sculptures. She uses recycled mediums such as plastic bags and bottles to create her artwork. She makes people aware of the environmental issues, but with a part of her cultural heritage. Moving into modern art, the Nigerian artist Ima Mofon wants to create a Nigerian identity through these photographic portraits, many of whom are family and friends. She wanted to go beyond the stereotype of black and show the different skin types and tones featured in these photographs, using light and other. Ima states that she represents skin tones in such manner because it has long been a reason of oppression and marginalization. African art has evolved with time, but one thing has stayed the same: its symbolism. During the time of the sign, it represented healing, religion, and a connection to the ancestors. During the post-colonial time, they fixed their misrepresentations of themselves. They started to remake their identity once more. Contemporary art is a step closer to recuperating what was once theirs. Their cultural values are represented through their art, and they also have a message to convey, whether it be an environmental issue, political issue, an identity, or a way of looking at life through another medium.